Want to really see something that said, take a look at what happened.
Hey.
Why this beat so crazy?
We will make America proud again. And you try to kill our We will make America wealthy again. And yes, together, we will make America great again.
Today we were out asking New Yorkers about the Tish James probe, doing a little interview right there by Grand Central in Manhattan, and we met a woman named Debbie who's been living in New York for 50 years. And this woman blasted Tish James, said she loves Trump, says Trump saved her life one night in New York long before he was president, back in the Apprentice days, told us quite a story. Take a listen.
Trump saved my life, literally. My dad and my mom passed at the same time. I was in a bad place. I was going towards the Brooklyn Bridge. Don't ask me why, but I was. Donald Trump was standing on 97th Street in Broadway. He was at a friend's birthday party. And when he saw me coming past, I was hysterical in tears. And he gently grabbed my arm. He was like, whoa, wait a minute, are you okay? And he said, well, I don't know what you're gonna do right now, but whatever it is, forget about it. Take it out of your head. Your mom and dad wouldn't want that. And he talked to me till I forgot all about what I was gonna do. So he said, let me pray for you. So when I went to get my keys out of my pocket, and I opened my hand, he had placed a folded up, real small, folded up $100 bill in my hand. Wow. I framed it, literally, and this is a true story. He saved my life. Yeah, he did. So anybody that has anything bad to say about Trump, did it, because he's a good man.
That's something else. What a story. And you hear stories about him like that all the time, too. You don't hear those stories about Obama, Hillary, Joe Biden.
Ah, man. Just hearing that again, man. I'm in tears all over again, man. I apologize, y'all. But I like I told you guys in a previous video on the show that we would jump into this more of just a little deep dive, man. We just wanted to share this again. Because again, the mainstream media does not want you to see this. The media does not want you to see this, to hear this, man. And again, we hear tons of stories. We've shared tons of these stories on the channel, man. They've assassinated this man's character. They don't want you to think he's human. They don't want you to, threat to democracy, Hitler, Nazis, garbage. That he's just some kind of demon, some kind of devil. They've assassinated this man's character, man. But that's why we're here, you guys. And that's why channels like this exist. I love y'all, man. And it's one love to the human race. But God bless that woman for sharing that. And they were out asking people out in the public about, Letitia James, Big Tish James, that criminal, that crook that ought to be walked out with her hands behind her back, man. Those people down there that ran New York into the ground. But I'm glad that them asking that bought this out, man, and that this is now being shared everywhere. And I encourage y'all to please keep sharing this, man. They don't want you to see it. They don't want you to hear it, man. Trump stopped that woman and prayed for her, man. It's the little things, man. The little things. But the mainstream media refused to share them because it humanizes President Trump. They don't want you to think that this man right here has just a little bit of good in him, that he has a heart. And that's what kills me, man. Ever since he came down that escalator, everybody used to love the man, Now he's a so-called racist. He's this, he's that, But it was black folks back in the day that they couldn't get nobody could get heard out. But Trump heard people out, and Trump wrote the checks for black people. We can go down the list of what he's done for black people, and a lot of you guys know this video might be an hour long. And have how many people he has helped. We can go down the list, man, of how many people he's helped. paid off this, did this, in this community. He's done so many great things, man, in his lifetime, man. And they don't want you to know about it. They don't want you to even hear a little peep about it. You know? And as much as they slam this man, slam his policy, slam everything he talks about, I wish they cared that much about actual Americans. Because this man does. Actual American citizens. I wish they cared this much. But it's all Trump, 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 Trump. We have to defeat Trump. They're going to be in 2032 talking about Trump, 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 Trump. You know, the Trump derangement syndrome that we have at stages we've never seen before, man. Sad, man. They have Musk derangement syndrome. Sad. But as we get into this, I want to play this right here. Let's bring me back to that. I seen this was Dr. Phil a couple days ago, and I want you guys to hear this, man. I want you to hear everything. It's only 1 minute and 7 seconds. I want you guys to hear this.
Mr. President, I can't tell you, first off, how proud I am to see religion coming back to the White House. God bless you. God bless you for doing this. And let me tell you, it's not a popular thing to do in America right now. And Speaker Johnson is here, and you know he's a man of religion. But you know, I've sat with President Trump with no cameras around, nobody listening, nobody watching. And I'm telling you, this is a man of deep faith, a man of deep conviction. And this is a man that wants this country to have a heart and have religion. And God bless America for giving us President Donald Trump. And when nobody's listening and nobody's looking, this man cares about every single person in America, independent of race, color, creed, whatever. And it comes from the heart with him. And I am proud to call him my president. And God bless you, Mr. President. God bless you.
Amazing, man. Amazing. You know, but this is, we're going to show you a clip here, and this is why they, you know, they call him this, they call him that, they you know, assassinated his character. They want you to think that he's just such an evil man. You know, they can't tell the truth in these headlines, the fake news media, the bias, the fearmongering, the same rhetoric, propaganda, you know, especially when it comes to immigration. But I wish they cared this much about actual Americans. Check this clip out. This is a man who cares.
Crooked Joe Biden, the U.S. government has spent nearly $1 billion to house illegal aliens and foreign migrants in expensive luxury hotels, courtesy of you, the American taxpayer, and they want to spend billions and billions more. In many states, we're running out of hotel space because the rooms are all booked up with illegal aliens living in a very large way on the American taxpayer's dime. Meanwhile, we have 33,000 veterans in this country who are homeless and living very poorly, I might add, and it's a shame. They're living in filth and squalor on our streets. Nobody is doing a thing for them. We helped them a lot during my 4 years, and it's all been dropped. Everything we did for our veterans has been dropped. It's a disgrace. Joe Biden puts illegal aliens before homeless veterans, and we cannot let this happen any longer. The American veteran is one of our greats. These are great, great people. We have to take care of them. When I am reelected, this national scandal will end. On day one, I will sign an executive order to cut off Joe Biden's massive spigot of funding for shelter and transport of illegal aliens and redirect a portion of those savings, a very large portion, I might add, to provide shelter and treatment for homeless American veterans. I will make it a personal mission to totally eradicate veterans' homelessness in America by the end of next term. You'll see a big difference, just like you did at the VA, just like you did with, frankly, everything we touched. The border was the best border we've ever had. We were energy independent. We were soon going to be energy dominant. Our country was doing great. We had no inflation. We had the best economy in history. We're going to take care of our veterans. If you have served this nation in uniform, the Trump administration will never betray you as Joe Biden and the radical left Democrats have done. They have truly betrayed you. Anybody voting for a Democrat is very foolish, very, very foolish. We certainly will not be putting illegal alien lawbreakers up in ultimate luxury while American veterans lay shivering on the sidewalks below. Unlike Biden, our loyalty will not be to illegal aliens who have violated our borders and come into our country illegally. They've trampled our sovereignty. It will be to the brave men and women who enlisted their lives to defend our borders and to protect our sovereignty. Thank you very much. We're going to take care of our veterans.
And this is just one of the reasons why how they run with this, man. You know, they hate this. The left, Democrats, they hate this. They hate that this man cares this much, that he's America first. We're seeing with the activists, the judges, the blocks now on this administration. They're trying everything they can. You know, same ridiculous fear-mongering lies, rhetoric, people calling for the man to be assassinated. We literally almost just watched him, his life, we literally almost watched him be unalived live on television. We send our prayers to Trump and this current administration, man. We see what we're fighting. A corrupt machine, you know. But I want you guys to hear this one more time, man. This was the story of the day. And again, please share this video. You know, we're going to go back into full screen mode for this one.
Today we were out asking New Yorkers about the Tish James probe, doing a little interview right there by Grand Central in Manhattan, and we met a woman named Debbie who's been living in New York for 50 years. And this woman blasted Tish James, said she loves Trump, says Trump saved her life one night in New York long before he was president, back in the Apprentice days. Told us quite a story. Take a listen.
Trump saved my life, literally. My dad and my mom passed at the same time. I was in a bad place. I was going towards the Brooklyn Bridge. Don't ask me why, but I was. Donald Trump was standing on 97th Street in Broadway. He was at a friend's birthday party. And when he saw me coming past, I was hysterical in tears. And he gently grabbed my arm. He was like, whoa, wait a minute, are you okay? And he said, well, I don't know what you're gonna do right now, but whatever it is, forget about it. Take it out of your head. Your mom and dad wouldn't want that. And he talked to me till I forgot all about what I was gonna do. So he said, let me pray for you. So when I went to get my keys out of my pocket, and I opened my hand, he had placed a folded up, real small, folded up $100 bill in my hand. Wow. I framed it, literally, and this is a true story. He saved my life. Yeah, he did. So anybody that has anything bad to say about Trump, did it, because he's a good man.
That's something else. What a story. And you hear stories about him like that all the time, too. You don't.
All the time. But that right there was the highlight of my day. You know, let me know if that was for you, too. You know, probably the best thing that I've seen today, maybe for this entire week, month. That right there was the highlight, man. God bless that woman for sharing that story, you know, and I'm glad that so many people right now are sharing and reposting it and spreading it, you know, because again, the media, the mainstream media, they don't want you to see and hear that, man. You know, but I want to tell you guys that I love you, man. I'm grateful, I'm thankful, I'm blessed for every last one of y'all, man. This channel, this family. We're family, man. I don't call y'all subscribers, this, that. No, we are family, man. And it's one love to the human race. Don't give it what your skin color is, what you look like, what your age is, where you come from. One love, man. That's to the end, you know. I know I get all kind of crazy comments. People might not agree with me on this or that, or my politics or this and that. They might not like my laugh or whatever it is. You know, I get called all kind of things, man. Or even supporting, being a black Trump supporter, being a black conservative, we get dragged through the mud, man. But it's one love to the end, man. You know, and we're gonna stand by what we believe in. If we think it's just common sense, then today it's just, for me, it's just common sense, you know. But this is one reason why the Democrats and the left wing media, the mainstream media are where they're at now, you know, from all the insanity and that has taken place in this country, man. The lies, the misinformation, the fear mongering, propaganda, the same rhetoric, you know, it's just ridiculous. And a lot of people are waking up. A lot of people are starting to think for themselves. And this is why Trump's approval rating, there's a new supporter every single day. Why so many people are walking away from the party. They even have a walk away campaign of people that have been lifelong Democrats, liberals. They said we can't recognize the party anymore. How they weaponized it. Kangaroo court, kangaroo, banana peels all on the freeway. You know, still don't know to this day what crime he committed. We were this close, man, of what took place on July 13th. You know, and they're saying it's been 8 attempts on his life, and all we know is about his 3. Crazy. We send our prayers to Trump, man, in this administration. Prayers for President Trump. You know, exposing the system every single day, calling it out. You know. And we know what the left agenda is. They don't want him to bring peace. They don't want him to do this. And they don't want to do that. They don't want him, you know, they hate America first. They hate America. They don't care for we the people. That man does. That man does. And that's why they hate him. That's why we're Nazis, garbage, deplorables, you know, all that crap, you know. We're racist. We're this. We're that. Glad I get to come on here and be real with you guys, man. This was an amazing video. I love y'all, man. I want to send my love and prayers to all you guys that are tuned in. And if you stay to the end, I really do appreciate you. But I'll ask that you like and share this video if you can, if you want to. If you don't, it's okay. You know. But we're gonna keep pushing. We're gonna keep bringing the best updates, the best news. We'll come on here. I know I come on here, crack jokes, have fun with you guys, but you know I got a little emotional in this one, man. This one really hit home. This was probably one of the best things we've seen this week, this month. Like I say, you know, this one right here was it for me, man. And I'm glad we definitely double back and jump more into this. I didn't even know they were out asking about New York, you know, in New York City, asking people about this whole Letitia James thing. I didn't even know, you know. Until I really went back and replayed the clip. I'm like, oh, so they were out asking, you know, and then the story came about. So this is pretty amazing, man. But Trump stopped that woman and just being himself, you know, and even prayed with her, man. And I'm glad she framed that bill. That's amazing. It's an amazing story, man. Saved that woman's life. It's little things, man. You never know the impact you have on people's life, man. And this is why I encourage y'all to just continue to spread love, to look out for one another. You know, even if it's a stranger, man, the little things. You know, on this channel, we've helped so many people. You know, we've sent out so much free gifts, merch, letters, signs, all kind of things. We've donated to so many campaigns, so many GoFundMes. You know, it's the little things, man. You never know what people are going through. And that's one thing I tell everybody. You never know what somebody's going through, man. I encourage you to spread love. I love y'all. I'll catch y'all on the next one.